Hey Poopy is looking for you and your poo.
Do you have a question, story, comment, or fart noise you want to share?
You can email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com.
Or call us at the new Hey Poopy hotline, 203-998-5579.
Can't wait to hear from you.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Hey, everybody. What is going on?
Hi, it's the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave.
and Ellen, and this is episode 85, but it'll always be number 2 to us. And we have a very special guest.
Yes, she is. I mean, you're kind of like you do everything. She's a physical trainer, which I guess I don't know what kind of other trainer there could be, but you're a comedian. You're a podcast host as well. So, Mara Marek, thank you for coming on our show.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
A real Renaissance woman
Yes, completely.
who also poops.
I do. More often than I should, probably.
Woo! Well, let's go straight into that. We always check in with our guests first. So how have you been pooping recently?
Well, I got a steroid shot, and then my physician also told me maybe take magnesium.
Uh-oh.
And that is, I probably didn't need it, I called my best friend and I was like, there's blood. And so.
No. Damn.
I know. I think I was like losing organs. I was like, there's nothing left. I think it's just organs coming out now.
Oh,
There's
fuck.
blood in your stool?
No, I went so many times there was blood on my butthole.
Oh, Lordy.
On the paper, yeah. Oh, shit. That sucks.
I mean, I have hemorrhoids, so I know, it's no bueno. But
Oh, yeah.
it sounds like you just wore it out.
I did. And I even was going and doing Epsom salt baths in between.
Oh, my goodness.
Shit. I'm so sorry.
Yes, shit, exactly.
And I'm guessing it was like a Bristol 7 if you were.
It was real rough 24 hours,
Oh,
know?
my God.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
And this was just like recently?
Yeah. Just recent Monday to Wednesday.
Oy,
Oh,
oy,
wow.
oy.
So your ass is whoa the fuck out. Like, without question, so.
Oh my
Your
God.
butthole
And we're
needs
recording
rest.
this on Thursday, so we're getting you fresh
Fresh.
from all this.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
God. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's part of life,
Yeah.
Well, that's that hope all the time.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it makes your COVID days go faster.
I'm sure. You got something else to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ellen, how have your poops been?
I've actually been pretty great recently. The last podcast I was talking about my constipation, and right after we recorded, I made a pretty decent poop after taking some psyllium husk. And this morning I was pretty good to go too. So I have no complaints.
Wow.
They were this morning was like a kind of a 4, but like a little broken up. So maybe like a 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty solid. Nice. My
Yeah.
poops, did I poop this morning? I think I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. It was like loose. And I had like a sensible meal last night. I didn't have anything crazy. We made cauliflower pizza.
Ooh.
And then I'm sure some of that mixed in with like, who knows. But yeah, it was pretty fucking loose, like a 5.5.
Oofta.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. But, there's still plenty of day left. You'll see what happens, Anything can happen now from...
That plant-based food.
Just rips through me.
It really does.
So, Mara, tell our listeners a little about yourself.
I'm old.
I
am.
Stop.
You're younger.
Of course.
You're definitely younger than both of us.
No, you guys are young. I'm a personal trainer, comedian. I host Muscle Spasms, which is a fitness podcast, and I have Happy Never After, which is a podcast about divorce and breakups. And because I've had 3 divorces and I've broken off 7 engagements, and
Wow.
yeah, I've never shared a poop moment with any of those guys.
Maybe that was the problem.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not opening up about your shitting. I don't know if this is gonna work out.
First date.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, you are like, you do a lot. That's impressive. That is very
Adderall.
impressive.
No, I'm just kidding.
You like drugs.
I did the Adderall thing a couple of years ago. Woo.
Oh man, I did it all growing up and all through college. Yeah.
Well, I've never taken it.
What? You don't need it.
I'm just gonna start taking it now. Like, that'd be so awesome. Like, if you guys heard this Adderall, it's amazing.
You're like, let's go, you guys. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
I just went outside and lifted up a car, did some other work, Guys,
You finish your taxes in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, done.
Yeah.
What's the next thing?
then I get audited like the next day. Well, I think I sent you some of the questions. So, I mean, Ellen usually is like, she's our question queen. So we can start with some questions, then get into some stories or anything, or if you want to share, if that's cool.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
So the first question is, what kind of brand of toilet paper do you use? And do you put it on the roll, over, or under?
I buy whatever is on sale between Charmin and the other one that's blue.
Oh wow, you go for the colored ones.
Oh.
Like it's not.
No, the packaging probably.
The packaging.
Right?
Oh, I'm looking at
There's
the
like
actual.
the Charmin's purple, right? And then
Yeah.
the one next to it is blue.
What's the other
Oh.
one? The popular Cottonelle?
Yes,
Yes,
Oh.
that
there we
one.
go.
And I always go over.
Oh.
Crazy?
No, that's like I would say 85% of our guests.
You
are
are.
over.
I don't know where you get this number from. It's definitely like
I'm
95.
literally gonna go through every single show
Go for it.
and count, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" Especially we're on the 85th episode. You're gonna be like, "Holy shit, Ellen, you were right."
Okay,
Because
well,
I remember every single time somebody says an over, and you like high five them, and you have like a whole party where
yeah. Well, I'm just saying it's so few and far between for me. I'm in the
I'm
under
gonna
camp,
count.
so yeah,
I'm
please.
officially, I'm starting a count.
You're an Ellen. You're an under.
No,
No,
sorry.
I'm an under.
He's an under. I'm an over.
Why?
I said,
It's a whole. I think aesthetically it looks better, and I hate when it's over when you touch the roll sometimes, and the whole thing just goes like a waterfall down on the
Well,
floor.
first of all, you're wrong because
There's
aesthetically,
no way I'm wrong.
if you were right, then the hotels would make the little curly Q things underneath. They
Well, that's
wouldn't
just
put it
like-
on top
that's just-
with the fold.
That's just bougie bullshit.
oh, whatever.
That's no excuse for like, oh, hey, I'm gonna make a little cool, like little triangle with a sticker on it. Who gives a shit about that? I'm utilitarian. Also, we have cats, and it's way easier for the cats when it's over to fuck up the TP rolls. So the under, I feel like,
Yeah, but your
So what's that?
geriatric cat ain't doing
well,
shit.
she's not
right
doing that now, but I mean, when we got them as kittens, we got them as there was a pair. It's like a sister combo, and then one passed away like a few years ago. So when they were younger, they were a lot crazier. So
And they
now,
would go
like,
after the toilet paper.
yeah. So now Nico
Got it.
just sleeps like, I don't know, 22 hours a day. So she doesn't care about TP anymore. It doesn't excite her.
Yeah, Frank's never been a TP dog,
Okay.
so
Just telling you,
That's good.
if you go under, man, you might change your mind. You never know. It's, walk on the wild side.
no.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Oh,
I completely
I
agree.
know.
all right.
And when you wipe your butt, do you sit or stand?
I might sit for the first half, and then I stand for the back half.
Wow, we
Okay.
got a half and halfer.
Yeah,
That's our
you're-
first.
No, I think
Well, you don't want to drip pee down.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Well, I think we had a guest, Laura Lee. I think she mentioned she does a little bit of the sit-stand combo as well. But
I think
Yeah, I
she was kind of more of just a stander, though.
yeah, I don't know.
I just don't want to put my hand in the water.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And standing is supposed to be better for hemorrhoids, but
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
yeah.
If you stand, like the second you're done, you're supposed to stand up, and it stops the blood flow immediately. So if you
Oh,
have,
that's why you're also not supposed to like chill on the toilet
yeah,
for
Mhm.
hemorrhoids. Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
That's why you should never bring your phone into the bathroom. It's just like, it's like a given. You're going to just chill there because you're on your phone. The next thing you know, you bought everything off of Amazon and you have hemorrhoids the size of my head, you know?
And
My
you're-
dog sits on my lap every time I go to the bathroom.
Oh, that sounds annoying.
It's like cute. But sometimes when you're really tired and you just want to pee and go, and you're like, can you just come on. Just like one time, just let me do this by myself.
If you
Oh,
don't
okay.
mind, we'd love to see a picture of that. That's for
I
sure.
do. I will send you one.
Yes!
It's on my. I've got a few on my Instagram too.
Awesome.
That could be we have selfie Sundays on our Instagram where we post people on the toilet.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll send you
Yes.
some from my Myrtle Beach excursion.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
I like that. Little vacay shitting.
David, that's where we should have taken one of the pictures. I should have done that
I
for
know. Well, next time
you.
we'll do that
Next time, we'll
Yes.
do a dog on the toilet.
for sure. I can't believe I'm just thinking about that now. Damn it.
One day, Dave and I are going to do a book called Babes on the Bowl. So
Yeah,
Oh my gosh!
that's
yeah.
that's in the works at some point.
yeah,
When we
maybe
can
get
actually,
at least 100 babes, 50
Yeah.
each, and we photograph them on their
Yeah.
bowls.
because Ellen
That's
is
a fetish
Ellen is
also,
a well,
I
yeah, it's a
believe.
fetish, but I think
Okay.
we'll do it in a really cool, fun way.
Well, I didn't realize it was a fetish until I was doing a comedy weekend, and the toilet was so tall that my feet didn't touch the ground, and I took a photo, and then people were like, "Well, can I pay you to send me the original?" And I was like, "Ew, no."
Yeah, people like their shit.
They really do.
I'm like, no thanks.
I'm at the point, like I'm a photographer. I work with a lot of people in the adult industry. I'm at the point where I'm so surprised that there's something out there that isn't a fetish. Like everything is a fetish. People
Everything.
can fetishize
Oh, yeah.
everything.
But I draw the line at shit. I'm sorry. I know this is a podcast about shitting, but there's no fucking way. I'm just not. I'm not built that way.
I mean, our last news story was all about, you were reading about guys who fetishize women's farts and love
Yeah.
smelling farts. So it's a
Oh my
thing,
god, I need to get with one of those guys.
right?
Oh well, they're out there. They're out there.
That could change my life.
There was one guy we talked about who he was straight, but he only liked men's farts.
What?
Yeah. Something about their I don't know. There was a little bit of a flavor he liked. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Musky scent.
That's why I know I'm not, because like my ex-boyfriend was not clean, and he like shoved his asshole in my face once, and I was like,
Oh my god. Are you
Cannot
fucking
be
serious? What a
I can't fetishize shit.
Like bear?
Like he took a shower and he thought he was clean, and he was not. It still wasn't clean.
Oh my god!
But
What
this
an
is-
animal!
This is a man that also, as an adult, got pinworms. As a 45-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
No!
What is wrong with this
I
dude?
know. I dated him for 2 years.
Holy 2 years. Wow, he didn't lock that down. I would have been like, look, she's putting up with a lot. I should just gotta put a ring on this girl.
No, she should have broken up with him the minute she sniffed his butt. Like,
Well,
you're
yeah,
out of
I'm just
here.
saying, like, if this guy had a half a brain, it'd been like, look, I'm a dirty motherfucker, and she's still with me. Wow.
I know.
Oh.
I didn't realize till much later. I was like, no, he's just like dirty. This is dirty. Yeah.
My god.
Oh my god.
I mean, being out in like 90-degree New York heat all day is one thing that you might be a little stinky, but getting out of the shower and you still stink?
Getting out of the shower.
No.
Yes.
It's like, did you even wipe your ass?
That's why.
He's like,
That's
what
why I
the
don't like to shower with dudes, because you're like trying to stay sexy, so you just continue to just wash this part. But really, you just want to dig in your asshole. You know, you're like, I want to get down in my part. Can you get out of the shower? for
Yeah,
a
I'm not. The whole showering together thing never works for me because my wife's like way shorter than me, and it's just like a whole thing. And I'm usually in the back, just like freezing my ass off with like covered in soap, and she's like up front. So I'm like, this isn't working. Let's meet you in the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes when Gerald's showering and our bathroom is so tiny that our toilet is literally like 3 inches away from the shower, and we have a clear shower curtain. So I'll like sit on the toilet and his wiener is at like eye level. And like when he's washing his butthole, I'm like, yeah, get in there. He's like, can you get out of here? What the fuck is wrong with you?
He doesn't want an audience.
I want to watch you clean that butthole.
Oh, you're like Ellen's like an NBA commentator, like just give him play-by-play. He had that big headset on. Oh my god!
Literally inches away with just a clear piece of plastic separating us.
Poor Gerald.
We have to put up with a lot. So we're like,
why am I supposed to cheer him on?
He's putting up with a lot.
He is actually, he's a saint to be putting up with my crazy ass. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's, I mean, just like a dirty ass after you got out of the showers. That's no bueno. So I'm
no bueno.
Sorry about
That's
that.
the only way you can get away with that is if you're a child and you don't know better. But a 45-year-old man, no.
He went to get liposuction in Mexico, and this is how. Well, my friend's parents own all the hospitals in Acapulco, so I knew it was like I hooked him up, so it was still like a good deal. First of all, never get Botox; it hurts so much down there. It's like full on.
Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we get to Mexico. He goes to check in, and that's how we found out they had pinworms. Is because they were checking him in, and they found him.
Oh,
so he had to.
God, a nasty motherfucker.
So he didn't even know.
He said he thought that his butt was itchy, but he wasn't sure. He thought he had like a rash or something, but he had worms.
There is no way, there is no way I'm gonna be with someone and then this have a dirty asshole. This is not. You can't.
That's
how
like
do you go through life?
You have to eat fecal matter in order to get pinworms. You have to eat it, and
which means your hands were so dirty.
So dirty. Yep.
He's like, I don't wash my hands after I wipe. Fuck that.
I'm sorry. As a PSA to every single one of our listeners, if you have itchy butthole, it is never a good sign for any reason whatsoever.
Unless your hair is growing back after you shaved it poorly.
Maybe that's the only thing, but that's not the actual butthole, the area around the butthole.
Yes, that is true. I'm like, am I dirty? No, my hair's growing back.
Yeah. If the actual asshole is itchy, it could be anything from hemorrhoids, and now we know pinworms, or like just itchy butthole is bad.
All bad.
Oh my God, that is really disgusting. Oof,
Talking about your family, do you have any childhood memories of poops or farts?
Oh my God, yeah. Like embarrassing?
No, you can tell us all of them.
Well, I mean, after I'm a child, I'm like, ha! I mean, I would always go to the bathroom after dinner, so I wouldn't have to do any dishes. But as far as like, I went on this one. I used to be a babysitter to my neighbors, and my neighbors were like so attractive. They were like the best. I lived on a lake, and they had their lake boat that they kept in our lake, and then they also had like a yacht that they would summer on. And they asked me to come and nanny. And so they were very attractive. I think I was like 14 or 15. And then the other couple that came was also very attractive. And then before we were all driving back together from up north in Michigan back to where we lived, we stopped and had breakfast. And mine was not cooked or had something. Because we're going from northern Michigan, the UP, which there's nothing there. There's no stops. I'm sweating. I'm sitting next to the one dad. He's trying to talk to me about what college I'm going to go to.
Oh my God.
I ended up having them pull over on the highway. I ran up this hill. I diarrheaed on the hill. And I tried to like do a clean job of it, like lift myself up. But somehow when I was doing something, I got some on my arm, on the end of my sleeve. And so then when I was getting in the car, I was like, I smell like shit. And I was like, fuck, it's on my shirt. So I had to ride the rest of the way with just like a sports bra, like one of your training bras on, and just shorts. And I was like, well, I'm never going to get married. Well, I fooled them. I got married 3 times.
Holy shit.
But yeah, that was awful. And 4 more hours in the car within 4 hours after that.
Was it totally silent? Like, they're like, do. So,
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
I was like,
fuck?
oh, I want to kill myself.
Well, at least you didn't shit your pants. It could have been a lot worse.
I know, true.
Yeah. You just got shit in your sleeve.
I was like big sweat, huge sweats.
Oh my God.
That's when you need to like just like totally flip the switch and be like, I was poisoned, and make them feel bad for you, like.
Oh, they think I was. They were like that something, because it happened within 45 minutes. It was like 8, got in the car. 10 minutes later, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die if we don't stop right now. And they were like, we're going to find a stop. And it was like 20 minutes later. And I was like, pull over.
You're like, you're going to have to like,
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
They're like,
You're shitting in the street.
Well, shitting up a hill.
Yeah, up a hill. Shitting up a hill. Just getting in some cardio, running up that hill.
I just thought the shit would go down the hill.
Was there anything up the hill to like block your view from everybody looking at you pooping?
No.
So everybody was watching.
Everybody on the highway.
Oh my God!
It's a real nice coming of age story.
And how old were you?
I think like 14 or 15. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's the prime
time in your life
yeah.
where like everything like that is just yeah.
It's very defining.
Just
Yeah.
Wow.
Just riding back with shit on your sleeve.
No, I left that shirt on the side of the road.
Oh my God. Just sports bra. You said you had your training bra. Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's that age where you think you're fat too, even when you're not. Ellen, you know this.
Yes.
Guys don't know this, but
I was
All
fat as
women
shit when I was 14, so it wasn't like I was like, I'd fuck that. To me, no, I was well aware. But that sucks, man. I'm sorry, but it's funny for the show, so thank you for sharing that.
It's funny now, but
yeah, it definitely was not funny then.
I mean, we all have those stories that as they're happening are just miserable, but they are great for this show. And so we're so thankful people share them.
Oh my
You're
God.
welcome.
Have you ever had any accidents while you were working or anything like that? Like training anybody or having people that you were trained or that were like shitting themselves?
No, I mean, my dog ate the crotch out of one of my leggings, and I wore them to work. I didn't even I don't wear underwear. It's like I didn't notice my snatch was all the way out. And then my first client, who is now my partner at for my podcast network, Marshall Grupp from Sound Lounge, he goes, I demonstrate an exercise, and he goes, you have a hole in your pants? I was like,
that is amazing. That is.
Oh my God, my jaw is on the ground. How did you not feel the breeze in there?
I don't know, and I ride my bike to work.
What? That's my next question. If how did you get to work?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I had to wear the basketball, the work issued basketball shorts that they give you the rest of the day.
Oh my God. You literally blew out your crotch.
I really did. And
oh my God.
Yeah, I've had a lot of clients do exercises and they fart every time they do a crunch. That's really common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
And then I get a lot of ladies like, really cute little debutante ladies, and they're like, oh, I farted, I farted. And you're like, it's okay.
You're like,
well, we on this podcast, farts are really, really funny, but we're also trying to normalize it a little. Like, it's okay. It's normal.
It is
We
okay.
all fart. It's like healthy gut.
you're like,
Yeah.
Okay. You're like, okay, Sharon, just breathe a little bit. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No big deal. We're just gonna work through that.
I noticed when you hold up your pelvic floor, though, you can't fart and hold your pelvic floor at the same time. I feel like it's physically impossible. And so, like, at Pilates, when people are supposed to be holding their pelvic floor and they're farting, I'm like, really? You're obviously not doing this right.
Excuse me, this person next to me sucks at this.
Yeah. No, they blow at it.
Yeah, they're farting. Yeah, they blow at it, literally. Oh my
I
God.
think chair number 4 needs help.
Yeah. And some spray or some kind of freshener. Very garlicky in here now. Oh my God.
I went camping with my best friend like 3 weeks ago and drove from New York to South Dakota, and we went to the Badlands. And
wow.
I get there, I set up, get everything done, and then she shows up, and then we hung out for like a little bit, and then we went to sleep. But I was so tired because I drove 27 hours.
Woo!
Damn.
No stopping, and then I fell asleep. I woke up to a fart. Like I was like, it was like a loud, long fart, and I couldn't tell if it was in my head or if I had dreamed. If it was like, is this real or am I dreaming that I farted? Like what is happening? And then I woke up in the morning, and she gets up out of bed, and I was like, I gotta ask you, was that a real fart or just... And she goes, that was the longest fart I've ever heard in my life. I think it was a driving fart. Yeah.
You're like, what to do tomorrow?
and you were like in a tent farting?
Cabin, yeah.
Oh, a cabin. Okay. That's good. I was like a small tent farting. Woof.
Yeah. She's like
talk about a Dutch oven.
She's like pushing you out the fucking tent. She's like, get out. You're just asleep farting in the wilderness. Oh my God. That was so good. The question is, was the crotch in your pants intact in that during the cabin trip?
During that time? Yeah. They were far away. It was pajama pants.
Oh, okay.
They were far. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it.
I was on a photo shoot yesterday and I farted. Well, so we were on a photo shoot. At the end, we were by a pool outside. I went into the pool. I came out and I was wet, and I ripped a wet fart as I was leaving. And my two models were standing there, and they go, "Was that real?" And I was like, "It was real. It was my butt, and it was wet." Yes, but louder.
Deeper.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we were outside, and they were like a good 10, 15 feet, and they were like, heard it clear as day. Like,
oh my God.
I was like, man, the photo shoot is over.
Yeah.
My ass has said so.
They're like, done. I'm like,
Stink it.
My butt's stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Mara, what's your best cure for diarrhea or constipation?
Sweet potatoes.
Oh, for both.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Wow. Oh, for constipation also? I don't usually have it. I'm plant-based. So,
you keep it pretty regular?
Yeah. I'm a roughage girl.
Nice. Nice.
Sweet potatoes. Yeah. That's so smart because that's what I give my dog when she has diarrhea.
Yeah, you have to do sweet potatoes all the time. I give my dog sweet potatoes every meal.
Nice.
That's amazing.
He eats it that way, the food, and then it keeps him healthy.
Excellent.
Cool.
I'm digging that. I got to try that.
And what other products do you use to help you with pooping? Do you have anything like sprays, stools, bidets?
I had a bidet in my old place at tushy.com bidet. Or hellotushy.com. Tushy.com is a porn site. Hellotushy.com is a bidet.
Oh, yes. Very different sites.
I loved it. I loved it. I moved and I left the bidet for the last people.
Oh.
So my next place will have one. If you're dating, if I was dating in a new place, you make a bed for the poop. That's what you do. That's what I do. So you just put a little pre-toilet paper down, and then you go, so there's no streaks, and it just flushes right out.
Yep. I call it the splash guard.
Splash guard. That's
because it's really good if you're in a public toilet and you have to go and you don't want that like splash up the touch, because you don't want public toilet water to kiss your butt.
No.
Ugh.
I don't want private water to touch my. I don't want no water touching my butt.
Well,
But yes, especially public ones are even. Oh, it's evil.
yeah,
Yes. Gross.
yeah, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, put that sheet down and just cradles it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you never have to worry. You don't have to be like in there going, "Oh no, there's a streak in there." Be like,
That's your new nickname. What's up, Streaks? It's my girlfriend Streaks over here. What? What does that mean? You don't want to know.
It's our cute bedroom name.
Or is
Totally.
Because you don't want to be called Streaks in the bed.
Oh God, gross! Can you imagine? That would be horrifying. Remember when that one diet pill came out? What was it called? Ally or something like that? And it would everyone would have oily stool, and it would just leak out in the middle of the night. It really would leak out. It like first there.
That is horrific.
Almost all of that stuff, like that flat tummy tea, it's just basically a crazy laxative.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course you're gonna have a flat tummy when you don't keep any food in your stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, you should know after your magnesium steroid 3-day bender.
I know. I only used 400 milligrams of magnesium, and I thought my life was going to be over. I was like, it's ending. This is how it all ends. I don't get to do the Hey Poopy show.
But at least your stomach is super flat.
I know. It's great.
I think it's amazing.
Well, women in training we talk about poop a lot with our clients. And I think you can maintain, on average, up to 35 pounds of waste in your intestines.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, that's crazy.
That's insane.
That's a lot of dookie.
And also it makes me think, if I just lost that 35 pounds, I'd be at the weight I really would be happy with right now.
You're not easy.
I'd be at my college weight.
Oh my God.
Question: did you get this magnesium?
Oh my God.
And
I will give you the rest of mine.
She's just like shoveling in her mouth, like just raw. And just like,
And I have to go pick up my stool softeners today, because I had a physical via the phone call the last time we recorded, and I was so constipated. I was telling my doctor, and he prescribed me some stool softeners.
Have you ever tried magnesium?
I have. And it's good for me. Like, pretty much everything that helps my constipation will help it for like a couple days or weeks at a time, and then my body gets used to it and then binds up again.
Got it.
Yeah.
magnesium is great. I'd use it post workouts and for trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
To fall asleep?
Yeah. It's magnesium powder. Oh my God. I take that shit before I go to bed sometimes, and I'm like out.
Like there's that a brand called Calm. That's magnesium powder to go to sleep with, and then you wake up and make a big poo poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiny got me into that. Now I'm like, she's like, "Did you take your magnesium powder?" I'm like, "No." And I take it, and then it's just like, holy shit! I forget about how awesome this is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that it helped you sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it does for me.
It does for a lot of people.
Clearly, it just like evacuates your bowels to the point where you're like, I mean,
can't live.
Yeah. So it's got multi-purpose.
Well, if you're already eating all that fiber, obviously you just didn't need that much.
Don't need it.
Yeah. Oof.
Are you not eating enough fiber, Ellen?
I do. I think it's more, I have like the kind of IBS that's more like stress, anxiety. Mm-hmm. Like literally, like, that's why I'm like laughing at the fart that I made during the photo shoot. I get so gassy during photo shoots, and I know it's anxiety and stress. And like, I've been a photographer for over 20 years, but it's like my mind body connection, because I always want to do a good job, you know? And I get
Do you have
so
trauma,
gassy.
Tommy?
Probably. Yeah.
Did you go through trauma when you're younger?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
It's very typical of someone that's gone through trauma to have a trauma tummy. Yeah.
I feel like I like hold on to it, you know? Yeah.
I always get diarrhea. After like I break up with something or leave something that's been toxic, or you know, handle a situation that I've been procrastinating on. Then I'm like, then it's like whoosh.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I get one or the other, but it's usually more leaning towards constipation. So, but I like take all these different supplements, for one, because I have chronic Lyme disease, but two, because like to help my gut. So on the average, like Dave knows, I'm pretty good, but I think with COVID and everything that's going on, there's anxiety around it. So I'm holding on to my poop.
Oh my God. You gotta let go of that shit. I'm sorry. I mean, like obviously, like literally. I mean, I'm just like, I'm so callous. I'm like, just get rid of it. Stop. It's all in your head. If that's the case, I must have stress guts, because like I'm always just like fucking nervous about everything. So.
And you're shitting 5s and 6s. You're like liquid. Woo.
You know, I mean, I do. It's like weird. It's like I'll say from 4.5 to like 6. It ranges. Usually it starts off strong in the day, and then by the end it's just like nothing. It's like a monsoon at the end.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it happens. I got everything to think about.
Mar, our favorite question is floor versus pants, but it sounds like you pretty much are a floor person when you ran up that hill. But it's basically like Bristol 7 is coming out fast and furious, and you have no toilet in sight. Are you going to poop in your pants or go out somewhere on the floor?
Floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Not in your pants.
Yeah.
These people that go in their pants are not survivalists.
No.
No.
Especially when your pants are crotchless.
Yes.
It's like
then
a
your
funnel.
pants become an automatic floor.
Yeah, it's like a funnel directly to the floor. Bam. Oh my God.
Yeah. I saw a woman, I got off the subway in Clinton Hill. I saw a woman, she was like doing a weird walk, and I was like, oh, maybe she has, I always watch how people walk, how their feet move. And I was like, oh, she's got a weird like toe situation going. And then she just pulled her pants down and sat on the end of one truck while she put her feet up on the other one. And I was like, oh, mama, I'm so sorry. That,
Oh my God.
oh, that just has got to be the worst position to be in. Not even like off Fulton Street.
Damn.
Just
That's near me.
busy.
That's like right near me. Oh my God.
Until you weren't the only one watching.
There were so many witnesses.
Oh,
It was
sure.
right after. This was pre-COVID. This was like so
Oh.
much traffic. Yeah.
That was patient zero.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
That's horrible.
poor lady.
Bless her for going on the ground and not in her pants. But yeah.
Oh my God.
You hit that truck. You know.
Woo. Yeah, that's bad. Poor lady. I hope she's doing better. I mean, she has to be. That's got to be the worst thing. I figure after that, everything's looking up. You're like, I just shit. Like, everything's great.
And-
like,
Mar, do you have her number? Because we'd love to interview her.
I know. I was like, just give this woman her peace and quiet. She needs like respect her.
We've all been there.
yeah,
I know.
Stop the judging. Stop the judging.
yeah.
Oh my God, that's why I was like, I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna feel sorry for that moment that she's feeling embarrassed, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And that's a very New York thing too. If that was like in Idaho somewhere, that's someone's like story for the next 3 years. Remember that
Oh my
time I
God,
saw that
yeah.
lady who shit in the like? Oh my God. In New York, it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. That was Tuesday. What's next? It's like, oh my God. Well, let's see. We got 15 more minutes here.
Do you have any other stories? Maybe she can add, and then we could go and let's get shitty. No.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
One time I did shit in a grocery bag in my car, stuck in traffic.
Please tell us more.
In Los Angeles.
Nice.
Driving a stick shift.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That
just got more difficult.
Dude, you were like seriously like, I mean, you were like this amazing like MacGyver, Indiana Jones. That's just like that's talent right there.
It was like one of those moments where you're like, oh my God, I'm definitely not going to make it. So I wiggled off my pants and then shit in the plastic. I double bagged it.
Nice.
And then
you got to double bag it.
And then it just sat down, tied down. Thank God I had a Jeep. I was like, if at the end I have to spray down my Jeep, that's fine. You know?
Okay, I have a handful of questions. One, were you on the 405?
I was.
Yes, knew it. 405 traffic is the worst. Yes.
That's how everybody takes their shits. 405.
2, did anybody see you?
I'm sure.
Oh, God.
But I mean, they probably had no idea what I was doing. Because it was just like a quick lift off the seat.
Okay.
I was like hovering above the seat.
Can you imagine if you had one of those Jeeps that had the no doors and the top off? And
oh, my God. Just come up the side.
I know. Thank God I had the top on during this.
They're like,
and
what the
third
fuck?
question. Where did you put said bag when you were done?
Oh, so it was in the passenger floor until I got to the exit that I needed to get off at. Then I took a side street and hit a public sidewalk garbage and threw it in there because there was
You're like,
no way that thing was going to make it to my destination.
no.
Yes.
No.
You're like, this evil needs to get out.
This gotta go. And I think I used makeup wipes to wash myself.
That works.
I'm telling you, you're like, you know, I gotta hang out with you more because I feel like you'd be good in some kind of emergency type situation like that. You're like, guys, makeup wipes. We have here's some notepad paper over here. There's a yoga bag.
I had a guy
Go.
over here the other night, and he told me, he goes, something that I did with a drill. He was like, oh my God, that's genius. It's kind of like you don't need a man. I was like, it's kind of like I don't need a man.
You're like, why are you here again?
I know. Can you lift this
best.
couch or not?
Yeah. Get out. Well, to save time here, we're gonna go right into our next segment, which is called Let's Get Shitty.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Let's Get Shitty.
So
I just complain about things.
Yeah.
Anything you want to.
Yeah.
Oh my
Get it off
gosh.
your chest. And you don't have to go first. You can have one of us go.
Yeah, you guys go. You start me out. I try not to complain. But go ahead.
No, it's okay. I want to complain about my management company that controls our building. They are the fucking worst. We have not had screens. We have screens in our apartment, but a couple of them, one was damaged by like construction going outside. One was just broke, and I still I cannot get these people to fucking get these goddamn screens in. And I know this is like a total it's a small thing to complain about. So we have these still temporary screens in, but like now, like every other day, I feel like there's a fly in the apartment, and it's just like it is so maddening to like run around the house with a fly swatter, thinking you're just trying to kill something, and it's just like the guy came back over, took a bunch of measurements, still haven't got these fucking things. I'm still waiting. I've written so many letters to the building. It's just like it's and like
you need that like outside feel.
Yes, and like the temporary ones only go to a certain height. I can't lift them. I mean, it's like 4 separate screens that are gone. We have a pretty big apartment, so there's like a bunch of windows, but it's so fucking annoying. And it's like just every time I see this fly, I'm like, I go crazy. And my wife's like, "There's a fly in here." I'm like, "What am I?" I mean, I know she's not talking to me, but it's like I feel like she's like judging me. I don't know. She's like, "What are you gonna do about this?" I'm like, "What are you gonna do about this?"
You feel like your masculinity is in test right now?
No, it's just more like just some shit I got to do that I just don't want to do. Like, you know, but it's just driving me fucking crazy. And it's a small complaint, but it's one that's just been on my mind lately. So that's where I'm at.
Landlords and management companies are the worst,
Yeah.
especially right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
and
like
COVID's
nothing is getting
and I
done.
get it, it's COVID, but it's like everything. That's the excuse for everything. But anyway,
Yeah.
Ellen, do you have any?
I don't know if I have any. I've actually had a pretty good week because I did 2 photo shoots this week outside with masks on. It is kind of funny to do a photo shoot with a mask on because like everything is so warm with your camera there and everything. But yeah, I actually don't think I have any complaints.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
Wow.
All right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I
No.
like that. Mara, and again, no pressure.
I love how you guys. I started out with like, I have no complaints, but I have a big one.
Yeah.
Bring it. Bring it.
At the beginning of COVID, I was buying a house. I was trying to buy a house, and I worked for 3.5 years at a second job, bartending and like no clothes, trying to make money to put down on a house. And so I put it down anyway. The bank stopped lending money, and so it froze. And then the seller wanted to cancel, and then but it was like a big fight between us all, and within that time I became homeless. So my clients have been housing me. Like, I know my clients they have a home in the Hamptons, so they're like, you can have our apartment and I was like, oh, fine, I'll take it.
The apartment, by the way, is pretty dope.
It's
Just wanna say
really
that.
nice.
It's really fucking nice. I was like,
It's really,
hello.
really nice. It's got a lot of floors and it's got a big backyard, but I only stay on one because I don't want to clean the other floors. Yeah. So I just litigate to get my down payment back.
Shit.
And it's like this, and they only gave me 78%.
That's
And-
fucked up.
Yeah.
I know, and I
It's
still had to
so
pay
evil.
for like all the inspections and everything. So I lost thousands and thousands and thousands of money.
Oh, that's
That's
sucks.
on not
illegal.
even get a house. Yeah, especially during COVID. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
This is an act of God. Like, how can they do that to me?
'Cause
You
they're
know.
pieces of
It should
shit.
be illegal.
Yeah. So I won, and they still haven't given me my money back for a week, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now. Like,
Jesus.
just send me the check.
Yeah.
I gave you the check right away. You can give me the check right
Yep.
away. Yep.
Oh,
Which makes you think they've spent it, you know?
Yeah, they're like totally schemy and scabby,
Yeah.
and I was like, these 3, not to bring it to politics, but I was like, these 3 white dudes were making up all this bullshit about me in court, and I was like, I have everything in writing.
Yeah.
You're lying. And
Wow.
and so I was like, it's just me, this little 5'4" against these big old dudes, and I was like, oh God,
they're
can we
pieces of
just
shit.
be good people?
Pieces of
Yeah.
shit. Oh. Well, we're going to take those problems and we're going to flush them down the toilets.
Hell yeah.
So for times, I know you have to leave soon. We have a little quick news story, which I think is very apropos of what you do in life, and I think this will work well. So check it out. Hold on. So this news story, it's not really a news story. It's more like an informational piece about why athletes like are constantly worrying about shitting and the potential of shitting your pants. And I run a lot, so I'm totally into this because it's just like it happens all the time. Well,
Runner's trot.
yes.
Thing.
And they're just saying like basically like every professional athlete from MLB to football league to like UFC, people have like shit their pants. Even this guy that surfer guy, Kelly Slater, was talking about shitting like while surfing, how you want to be down wave, not up wave, because you don't want to be a dick and get that like. But they're saying before your workouts, you should avoid, drink plenty of cold fluids throughout your workout. I guess that somehow helps with like if you have diarrhea, as far as that kind of like loose stool thing before you were going to perform, and avoiding high fiber foods like beans and fruit beforehand. Apparently that's supposed to be like a trick, like just to keep you from getting the diarrhea. And then what they call athlete's diarrhea or fecal incontinence is the inability to control your bowel movements. And they're talking about marathon runners mainly. We talked about this in the show. We did a whole running episode about, people that shit their pants all the time. It's crazy. But they were saying, and I brought this up because I used to do a lot more powerlifting. Not so much anymore. I used to love it. And they were talking, and I used to always think, like, when you're down that deep squat with all this weight in your back, like, am I gonna fucking shit my pants in front of these people? And they were saying, like, powerlifters are like really susceptible to this stuff a lot, because when they're down there, the whole sphincter control gets a little out of whack when they're trying to, like, you know, when they're under like duress and everything. So they're basically saying that, like, you know, you just kind of got to watch out for that, or, like, you know, use your pelvic floor a lot, you know, where some people don't. But, you know, since you're a fitness person, I thought this would all fit. And I wanted to play this quick little 10-second piece of a power lifter. This poor woman, I forgot where this was.
A woman.
Yeah. Well, it's all I could find. They put this link in this article, and she was saying that, like, she was about to do her lift, and she didn't do it, but she's struggling in her squat. And I watched the video, and as she's squatting, she's just like shitting her pants, and it's like coming right through her singlet, and she doesn't even realize she's doing it until she gets up, and she's like slipping in it and everything, sliding around in that dookie. So this is
Talk about one rep
and again
max.
this is obviously is a podcast. This is not really visual, but you can kind of hear the stress and, like, the anguish in her voice by this next clip. So I'm going to play this really quick. Check it out.
Bovenmenselijke inspanning van haar. Veel lawaai, maar Inge Marks geraakt niet.
So as she's doing that, it's just like the video is, it's like older, so it's like all you see is like this little brown coming out, and then she just when you hear that thud, she drops the weight, and she's like kind of walking back to the bar, and she's like sliding around. It's just fucking awful.
First of all, Dave, please send me that.
Yes,
video.
I will send you the link. I'll try to send you. We'll put it on the website, on Instagram or something too. So with that, Mara Marek, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're so lucky to have you on here. And
It was so fun.
Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Mara Marek, MaraMarek, or come over to Muscle Spasms, my podcast, or
Awesome.
Happy Never After.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, thanks again for doing this. And you know,
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure your dog doesn't eat your crotch out on your pants anymore.
No more.
No more.
Oh my God. All right, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was great
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Thanks, Ellen. It was nice meeting you too.
Happy pooping, everybody, and toot toot toot.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect 4 Entertainment, produced by Dave and Ellen, with executive producer Stormy Leather, edited by me, Dave.
For more information, go to heypoopypodcast.com for episodes, merch, and more. Follow us on Instagram at Hey Poopy Podcast and Twitter at Hey Poopy. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy.